Last time on Danganronpa V3. You shouldn't have relied on it to in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially a Tua.
I am a robot.
Alright, so. Gonna have all those damn mini games again. Conversations with the red. I only have enough for one of these ones. For speaker's argument. The scrum. Scrums are so far pretty easy, so I won't need that. It silences loud voices. Silences all conversations that the reticle is on. Let's get attentive influence, because with everything else I feel like I'm fine. I could save up for cool and compose, though. Nah, I'm fine. Then trigger happy. Nah, I'm fine. Just give me more health, damn it. I'll take the more health. That's like, no, can't go wrong with that. Anyway, so yeah. View the damn handbook. Let's go through all of our damn evidence again, because it's time. God damn. You know, we haven't had one of the degenerate men be a killer yet, so I feel like this is the time where it would be one of the degenerate men. Otherwise, one of the fucking stop killing all the girls, Danganronpa. Like, if it's one of these beautiful, beautiful women, then like we'd only be left with 3 of them. You know, we have all these penises left, and that's one too many penis for my liking. Anyway, so view the handbook again. Fuck. Truth bullets. What do we have? Is it... I hope there's some, blah, blah, blah. There's no dividing thing, unfortunately, so it's all just in one thing. But at least it is organized by section. Lonicama File 3. Victim is Ultimate Artist Angie Yonaga. Victim's body was discovered in Ultimate Artist Research Lab. Time of death, approximately 2 a.m. Victim was killed by a fatal stab wound to the torso. That's what killed her, apparently. That is confirmed what killed her. And has lacerations on her forehead. Then, Tenko died at 11 a.m. as a turtle in position. Victim stabbed in the back of her neck, resulting in death. No other injuries were detected. So since she was in turtle position, how she got those to the back of her neck, we have to find out. Art Lab's front door has a cylindrical lock, only locked and unlocked from the inside because there's no key. Before Angie's body was found, it was locked, but Kokichi could pick up the lock. Back door. If Kokichi ends up being an accomplice to whoever fucking murdered people, it's like... If there wasn't enough to hate this fucking kid. Angie's body was found. Sliding lock was locked on the inside, but it can move at the slightest touch. Kokichi can lockpick shit. Sumigi... Angie locked herself in the Ultimate Artist Lab since yesterday, working on the ritual. Would not unlock the door unless someone from the student council asked her to. It could be one of those people. Tenko could have killed her as well, somehow, and then got comeuppance. Effigies hung upside down. 4 wax effigies that were created for the resurrection ritual. Hung upside down for some reason. The fucking Necronomicon. I'll have to memorize everything it says, probably. Forehead injury, somehow. Bloody duct tape from the back of her neck. Gold leaf katana, taken from Kiyo's lab. Then, Kiyo's seance stuff. Too much TLDR, man. Kibo's flashlight. The sound during the seance, or for some reason. It was not Kokichi falling through the thing. That did not make sense. Because he was there. Dog statue. Really, really fucking heavy. White sheet. Has the blood on it. Magic circle. Can't remember the original shape of it. Hole in the corner. The stone by Tenko's body might have been the murder weapon, because as you know, rock beats scissors. Tenko's last moments. Died in the crouch position. Somehow has the injury on the back of her neck. Not enough to kill her instantly. Loose floorboard. Iron cage she was in. Cross piece under the floor. Small amount of blood that was on the ground, probably from Angie. The sickle. And bloody feckin' Kokichi. Okay. Let's begin the fucking class trial. Please no lag.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, smiles, everyone! It's showtime! Let's get...
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating.
Rocket Man.
Spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Poor Himiko. Uh-oh.
Who did it? Who killed
My two
Angie and
waifus.
Tenko?
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be two killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Hmm? What do you mean?
What the fuck?
Transfer student. Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be the culprit? Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here. We're really starting with this, man.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed two of our
I love zombie. What the f-
Oh! So, ritual did work?
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back. Yes. Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
This isn't about believing in reviving the dead. I have to focus on their statements. Were all the statements correct?
This crime was committed by the recent life and killed two of our classmates.
So, ritual did work?
Nope.
That's wrong!
No!
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
After preparing the effigy, burn it. Burn it to the ground.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second! I can't let that comment stand! Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use
Then
the
do it already.
Necronomicon.
What are you talking about?
Oh god, I'm watching Porygon again.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so, so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Monodum is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on
Which of these three are gonna die
Monodum.
next? Probably Monophony. Uh-oh.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible!
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who? Who did it? Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this. I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure.
So it's not
Kiyo.
Kiyo!
Why?
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
Uh-oh.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kiyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kiyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kiyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm.
Gonzo saw worm.
Went to the
Nope, nope, nope,
classroom,
nope, nope, nope,
broke
nope,
in,
nope.
and murdered the fuck out of Angie. Oh yeah, I'm a fucking genius.
It should be front door, right? Yep. Should be front door. Is Korekiyo the culprit? No. I don't fucking think so.
The culprit
You're
used
just
it
a
to
fucking
kill
stupid
Angie.
bitch.
I did not care.
Or about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke.
That's wrong!
I'll cut you to pieces with my Ahoji. Damn it, Mew.
No, Kiyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kiyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kiyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe
Could be
you actually
Tenko
got it.
that killed Angie. I mean, but
Oh, how
it's a
clever.
little too obvious, maybe.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo,
And
Tsumugi,
Tenko.
and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie.
Like this.
I trust their friendship.
The one
You
true
guys do too,
one true ship.
right?
Himiko, it's Angie. Blood magic confirmed.
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? Because a robot
setting up
named
for something with Kibo.
Jack.
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
What ifs? The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi? Well,
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit
Time for some mass
either.
panic.
Jeez.
Yes!
Plainly, shut up. Oh god, here we go. No more tutorials, we're just going into the shit. Hell yeah.
We must consider other possibilities. Surely
What
there
the-
must be suspects outside the student council.
Student council.
That's utterly impossible.
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone can open
culprit.
that door. Only student council members had access.
Look, I don't know who the
Oh, wait. Kokichi, you're a piece of shit. You're a robot. Fucking homophone.
We must consider other. Surely there must be suspects outside the student council.
Student council.
That's utterly.
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone can open
culprit.
Only student council members had access.
Piece of shit.
I heard it. No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? As you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
It won't be him though.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Piece of shit.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by
He is due
picking
for
it?
slapping, yeah. And or stabbing.
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method? Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was... That's it! The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
Tool he used to lock the sliding lock was probably the katana, right? Right. Get the fuck out of here, Monokuma. Not the sheath, god damn it. Oh. Oh, the hidden Monokuma. Oh, I thought it was just. Oh my god, I missed another one.
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically...
How could anyone forget the most iconic murder in Danganronpa, Hagakure's murder?
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Find out more in the Danganronpa Ultimate Review.
Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
A different purpose? What could that have been? Is it to confuse the fuck out of us? Culprit somehow has used the setup to lock the room. But I need to know every damn step, man. If I do that, the way Culprit locked the room should be clear. Oh, not this.
Hey, hey, hey! Come down to Crazy Psych Taxi! Let's go to Pizza Hut, guys! Ow. Why is there a guy in the background yelling, "Fuck! Fuck!" Alright, nice. Oh, turn it up! Hey, hey! These go on for pretty long. I'm sure these get fucking ridiculous later on. I want it to be like, we should be racing a Roadrunner or something. Ow! Ow! Jesus. Thinking time! Oh god, this is a long one. Cool. Alright. Go, go, go. I missed it. Here come all the sharp turns. Oh. Fuck! Fuck! Ow! Jesus Christ. Was my first turnout. Cool. Build up the speed again. That was a trap. Anyway. No! Ow. Nope! What's this, platoon? Spinning it, eh? Let's see where this goes. Apparently it connects. Okay, well, let's see where this goes.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Huh.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist.
Okay.
Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into
Feels
place?
like a bit of a stretch, but I mean, I guess they had a lot of chances to like really get it right, so.
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope, and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock, and thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking
Yep.
lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Oh, man, you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying,
Oh.
but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
Fuck this guy.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play
Everyone
with
picture that.
yourself.
Okay, I'll start right now.
All right. So, who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Cum dumpster! Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
What should we talk about now?
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Korekiyo.
We need to settle it in Smash.
Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo,
Or Tenko.
Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Me? A suspect? I never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect.
This guy better die in the next fucking chapter. I'm starting to have had my fill of Kokichi. Oh my god damn it. Ew.
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down.
Anyway, I want
Better
to
than the
ask
Monokuma
the
Rangers, at
suspect
least.
Rangers, what should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie's?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Himiko?
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give 2 shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. And now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls
Just duct tape Kokichi's mouth shut, goddammit!
The name of the curse is Death Curse. I suppose being dead.
I want a Himiko voice pack for Reaper. Death walks among you. Die, I guess.
Listen up. All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something
All messed up from a hit and run. All dressed up for a hit and run.
Our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary.
Pull out the duct tape.
Here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Oh, I just noticed Angie's portrait too. What the fuck was that?
You're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. That was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So, what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrouch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious. Tancrouch!
People who attended the seance were all these fuckers.
Well, he was there. God damn it. Okay. Well. Yeah.
That's it! It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
Point of entry from outside? You must be referring to...
There! You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer. The culprit sneaked in during the seance.
It's the Rock!
Under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean,
Oh.
Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty
So it's
room
not him,
during
eh?
the seance.
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second!
The crawl space? No, not really, right? No, that wouldn't work because then you would see the damn light.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
It was pitch black. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a...
That's wrong! I don't think the culprit could have used
Yeah,
a light
so,
under
not
the
Kibo. Unless...
There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot...
I will
claim
kill all of you later.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point.
Major point.
Now
You're
I
fucking
feel sort of
Nige.
bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing...
That's
flashes.
stupid! What kind of shitty game comes up with a shitty mystery like that shit?
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too.
There's a hidden Tagami somewhere in here. I just know it. Can't be Danganronpa without Tagami.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point. Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside cage, right? Going to think it
Impossible.
to kill her then.
And she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Huh?
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your lips.
No Tenko to stop her, so. Uh-oh.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment cage was lifted?
Like that.
When cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no doubt! When it wasn't during the fight. It could not have been done at any other time.
She was under the cage the whole time. She was dead when the cage was lifted.
Moment cage was lifted.
There we go.
That's wrong.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here! No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out! Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage. And that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I'll cut through your words.
It's because she's in the crouching position, right? But the other one also said she was in a damn crouching position, so like, what the fuck?
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone, and the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
What the fuck, Anta?
Yeah, no worries.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about?
Stop with the
That's not
Porygon.
possible.
You don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that.
Who put Ace Attorney in my damn Danganronpa? Pout pout.
That now.
I mean, I know I'm magic and I'm high as fuck, but even this is too much for me.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? But why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done that!
wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
I agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
What?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
Gonta, your bugs use the machete! She's referring to? What the fuck?
I believe Maki...
Tenko killed herself!
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
Is that the sound?
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't
She
make
couldn't
sense
handle
to
the
me.
fact that you were not her waifu, Himiko! It's all your fault!
There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right? Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
You pull off Tenko's portrait. Fucking Komaida again!
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
But what are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden
What happened?
really are.
Tenko committed suicide? That's basically it.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because
And to get in her pants!
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're too strict?
Damn.
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
Oh my god, Angie looks like a fucking devil.
Then provide
Angie's the fucking devil, confirmed. A proper reason.
Alright, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
Edging intensifies. I don't believe Tenko would kill herself because of what she said. She said, "See you guys after." I thought she had a sudden change of heart. Fucking Phantom Thieves. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean it was suicide. We shouldn't be satisfied with that. If we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. That means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit. Finally, with
Lying son of a bitch!
Tenko couldn't have thrown
The
sickle
damn...
on the floor.
Having to lie is gonna be the death of me. It already has been. God damn it. Tell me when you need to lie.
Instantly.
I guess they didn't signify to me, but god damn
I'm
it.
certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
The song before that segment shows up is called Perjury? Okay. So, if I commit that to memory, then it'll cue me when I need to lie. Okay.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe
It sounds like every other
she
theme,
said.
but in the background you can faintly hear, "Lie! Lie, you fucking idiot!"
Thank you, Maki. I love you.
How could you forget that, Maki roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Like, the other thing that makes you reluctant to just try to lie on, like, every statement, too, is the fact that you take damage if you miss. If you miss, along with, I believe, like, if you get it wrong, right? So it's, like, double-edged sword.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
Did any of the
Exactly, yeah.
participants
Double
witness
damage. It would be
anything
terrible.
peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Not a bad idea. We should remember what happened at the seance, yo. Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something. I need some kind of clue that will help me solve this fucking mystery.
Discussion. Heat up! Backrats, yeah.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that...
Oh, yeah, the sound.
The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
I think about it. While we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
No! No!
I'm more concerned about how...
Did it seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was
Perfect, and yet it failed.
how utterly strange.
Think of it. While we were all singing the song, I heard something.
Yep.
I agree!
One lie per trial. True, but it's still annoying.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
Kaboom! Gaunta just tripped outside.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
A loud sound, like something hit the floorboards.
Yeah, the game overs really don't matter anymore. Especially since you can even just save whenever you want and everything. It's like, eh. It's like no reason to even have it. Just add some like minor tension.
Maybe the sound had something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark.
This is it! think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
Would the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
That's true. Would have had been a strong impact to make that sound. But what was it? What could it be?
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Fucking Kaido.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the... Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But still...
Hide under floor. Stood up with such might.
But we already...
Must have stuck through the floorboard.
A floorboard that comes loose when you... Here, who's staying on the ball?
Balls to say that, Mew.
Don't... Balls are the best of friends.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone participated in the seance.
There was...
Someone must have stomped.
For once, I agree with this piece of shit.
Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation...
Good to hear, Rachel. Uh-oh.
One of the cross pieces supporting...
And who was in that corner?
After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross?
See you, Pink Penguin.
Well, they stand to gain. That's the question. It's all the case. I just need to think carefully about the cross piece and the floorboard. Deko's body was at one end, and then the cross piece that had been cut was at the other end. Unsupported part was outside the cage, so it could have been stomped on. Only one of the cross pieces was cut. Other two are intact. One of them was right under Tenko, and the other was in the center, right about where the edge of the cage was.
Did Korekiyo turn into a snake like Orochimaru? Slide down, slash her throat, slide back up.
What was the culprit attempt to do by stomping on the floorboard? Think, Jimmy Neutron.
Oh god. No. Fuck. Fucking Hangman Jeopardy shit. Cease. Seesaw. Oh, seesaw. Seesaw. Fuck! Okay, well. So we got the first word at least. I'm bad at crossword like, I'm bad at Hangman, I can tell you that. But never liked Hangman's Gambit. Never liked Hangman's Gambit. Oh god. No. Let's retry this shit. That's what happens when you play Danganronpa first time through. Is just, especially with stuff like Hangman's Gambit and like closing argument before. It's just like these games are trial and error. Basic logic can only get you through so far. Anyway, so it's a seesaw, yo. Seesaw, fa. Nope. S. Nope. Why do you lose one? One whole point. See, it was wrong, right? Fuck. Fuck. No. E. Okay. What word starts with E? Crap. Fuck! Fucking hate these ones. Oh, no, I did it. Don't worry, it'll give me another retry, I guess. Okay, well. Let's all have fun with Hangman's Gambit, everyone. I wonder what the word is. It's a good thing I already know. Yeah. Now we mess up on this one again. Nope. Effigy? What? Seesaw. Oh, seesaw effect. What the hell? That's the damn word. Yeah, see, once you figure it out, you know. It's just actually, it's fucking Hangman. I hate it.
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Yeah? A seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of
They want to launch her to the moon.
The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
Floorboard, seesaw, the cage, and the blood on the white fabric. What conclusions can I draw from this? Only one place the sickle could have been that is consistent with the evidence.
Huh.
That's it! The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down.
But how?
The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble, but the statue's weight kept it from falling
sick.
over.
Seems like a brutal fucking death right there.
Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. she was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade.
Alley-oop! Jesus Christ.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in a crouched position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle, rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox
It looks
idea.
painful, doesn't it? Jesus Christ. Poor fucking Tenko.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned
I've never heard that before.
seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one
Well,
behind
now it's
the seesaw
Korekiyo.
homicide.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kiyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance, and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tenko? I killed Tenko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
Is it true? It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea. But does that mean that Himiko really killed Tenko? Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel.
Intermission? Uh-oh. We haven't even gotten close to solving Angie's murder yet. If it's a murder. Looks like we've reached the intermission segment, which means it's time for our Guess the Victim quiz! A victim quiz, not a culprit quiz! The only victims are the people who are still watching this drawn-out boring crap. Why you being such a downer all of a sudden? Oh my god, you wanna get killed by Monodam again? It is okay, I am sure everyone is happy. How do you know? You could be skipping this entire conversation for all you know. I cannot take it. I cannot take it anymore. I am the real victim here. Me. Me and my horribly stereotypical Japanese accent. Why are you getting upset? If anything, I'm the real victim. I gotta put up with all this nonsense all the time. Me and my sexy voice. Ow, wow. I'm a robot. That's the right answer, Monodam. Why? He hasn't said anything. Exactly, because there are no victims. Yep, even if you're killed in this killing game, you're a winner. Because then everyone mourns you and you get tons of posthumous popularity. Oh, Daddy, you don't need to reveal these kind of behind-the-scene details. Dying makes you more popular? Then we gotta die soon too. I am a robot.